Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus HV Talk, joined by the 5-foot one of the world, Jill Ciminillo. We're here in front of the Wrangler. I want to say Wrangler.
Gladiator.
The Gladiator. Sorry.
He has not had enough coffee yet this morning.
Clearly. So we have some new versions and new things of the Gladiator. We're going to do like just a top-down view. We're not going to go too much in details. Let's talk about. Let's start with this, which is kind of not a Jeep Gladiator edition, but it's something new. It's a new camper. It's an ADAX system. ADAX. ADDAX. A camper goes right on, specifically built for the Jeep Gladiator. Essentially, it goes on easily, and you just pop it off. So.
Yeah, but I'm looking at that, and I'm like, okay, where's the ladder? How do you get up there?
I have a lot of issues with wedge campers myself. Use the 1 a.m. P session. I'm not quite sure how that works. Anyways, moving along to the Willys.
TMI.
There's a Willys edition, which is a really cool edition. Real quick details. The Pentastar V6 is the only engine choice. There's a manual automatic transmission.
Yes.
And there is a new change. They make a couple different versions of this, but one of the big changes is you now have the electronically locking rear differential work and 4-high. So when you're going fast off-road, you can lock in all 4 tires. Anyways, I want to get those details out of the way.
But I do want to say, too, that now there are only 2 trucks that have a manual transmission option, and the Jeep Gladiator is one of them, the Toyota Tacoma is the other one.
Yep, 2 choices for those like 3 pedals.
Yep.
So Willys edition, we're going to talk a lot about this stuff, a Gladiator, in the terms of, hey, guess what? It's on the Wrangler too. That's why I kind of screwed that up. Anyways. This is they have a full drive kind of parts logo on there. That's pretty cool. This is a modified version, obviously, of the Willys.
I think this is a graphics package that is available, and it has the topographical map on there, which I appreciate, being a Rebel person.
You are a Rebel person, and we have the same kind of suspension setup that I saw. I didn't see a whole lot of changes. Went through this interior. That's going to be. We're going to stick a picture. This is the same interior that you're seeing in a Jeep Wrangler. New 12.3-inch screen. You can see it goes all the way across. It's like one interior pattern now. It's all kind of blended together, and we still have all the same switches and things you saw in prior editions. We did see there's a new trail guides. That's the same on the Wrangler.
Yep.
You actually get a map on the screen that actually talks you through your guide. It's like having an expert with you riding shotgun.
Yeah, and it will also give you like trail tips and information. We played with it a little bit on the Wrangler drive that we did, and it was really cool because like as you go along, like things will like pop up
and points of interest, and
it'll also tell you where you could damage your truck. So like it'll put like little obstacles on there. Hey, there's a rock over here. There's a tree that So it's kind of a cool little feature for somebody who's off-roading a lot. And I liked it.
All right, so let's move along the front. I think it's a cool feature. We have a little more topographical there. We come around the side over here. We have this new AEV, American Expedition Vehicles. It's a big aftermarket company. Their new bumper on there, which is a kind of a cool look. We have kind of the Desert Runner bar on there, and we have a steel bumper.
Yep, and it looks like you could easily add a winch.
Yeah, winch. Looks like it's right there for the winch, the bolt. Yep. And then you can also probably add lights. I mean, you can pretty much modify it from there. So that is that version of the Willys. We'll take a quick look. This is the Rubicon version. We have an interview going on. What do you think of that color when they drove that out?
I like that color.
I was like,
I'm
wow.
a huge fan of like the really bright, vibrant neon colors, and I don't know what that's called, but Jeep always does a really good job with their Jeep, with the color names.
Right.
So I have to look that up and ask somebody what color that is. And if anybody knows, because I don't think it's a new color, comment below.
Right.
It's a cool color.
Guessing what that is. The other thing to look at is what's missing. The antenna, same thing in the Wrangler.
Yeah.
If you see up in the corner of the windshield, there's a little bit of line up there. That's your integrated antenna for that Gladiator. It's just, again, it works well. I do a lot of XM, and I did a lot of AM radio stuff, or FM radio stuff when I had the 392.
Right.
No problem there with the sound at all. We have some new wheel options. I think those are new wheel options there, and that color. And yeah, same deal. Doors come off. The glass in the front folds down. They even do have Gorilla Glass now on some of these models, which is an even stronger version of glass.
And what I really like is the fact that they've got the new antenna, and again, you can see it right here behind me. They have the new antenna, and you can still fold the
windshield
glass
down.
Yeah. And that was one of the reasons why they kept the old antenna for so long, is because they hadn't figured out the technology of how to integrate the antenna into the windshield without like causing a disruption if you wanted to put the glass down. So
it works out really well. Oh, and we have the new. We'll see it over here on the Mojave, but we have the new 7-slot grill that's on the Wrangler now. We have the same grill there. And then we might be able to go like this over here. We have cars.com filming. We have lots of stuff going on, but we'll come over to Mojave real fast. Okay, so the last version they have here, they have, again, Willys, Rubicon, Mojave, and that's another Rubicon over there, the green one, and then so the Mojave. So I thought it was great. Jim Morrison just did a presentation, and it sat home with me. So if you want to go fast in the desert, it's this one.
Yep.
If you want to go rock crawling, it's that one. Right?
Yep.
And they still have different versions. They have Sport Plus, they have Sport lesser grades. But that was great idea how to explain the differences there.
Yeah.
And then the Mojave has the orange toe hooks or the reddish orange, I guess we should say, that makes stand out. And so basically the idea here is the equipment on this vehicle is made to go fast, less off-road equipment. That one has more off-road equipment underneath of it to make it go better off-road rock climbing.
Yep.
Yeah, everything else, tailgate's the same, the overall exterior design's the same, nothing's changed there, the bed length's the same, 7,700 pounds of towing, 1725 for payload when you get the right options, which means no options. You get all the you get all the payload, and we have these have tonneau covers which you get as well. So that's basically the differences in what's new from a 30,000 foot view. I'm sure there's Jeep Gladiator fans and Wrangler fans are going to be like, oh no, that bolt's different and that light's different, that kind of stuff. But that was kind of my nutshell. What is your nutshell?
Yeah, no, I mean, essentially what they've done is they've taken the 2024 Wrangler and they've put it in the Gladiator package.
Yep.
And so we do have a first look drive of the Wrangler. Be sure to check that out. I'm going to make you put the card link up above. But so, you know, it's just the Wrangler in truck form. And I just, you know, I can't stress enough that I'm really excited that they still have the manual transmission. But you did mention they only have one engine option. So what was the engine or the engines that they got rid of? They
got rid of the EcoDiesel. That died. And then I don't think the Gladiator ever came in a smaller version of that engine. I think it was only the V6. So it's V6 and EcoDiesel. Interesting enough, the European version of the Gladiator is dead as well. Or, regular Gladiator, European, Wow, did I say that right or not? Anyways,
again, he needs more coffee.
Well, I also want to point out, I thought that this was not going to last more than a generation, and I'm impressed that it's still keeping it around, which means sales are going to be that strong, and they're going to still put the factory in Toledo to work to build more of these Jeep Gladiators. Yeah, and I will say one of the things that we learned during the press conversation is that all of Jeep is going to be electrified. I think they said by 2035. That's their goal. So 2030 was like 50%. And they're going to do. But that means this is probably going to have a 4xe version. Right, and that also means that it's probably going to get eventually the Hurricane engine with the hybrid option in the Hurricane engine, which would be the inline 6 gas engine. But if they didn't, if they do bring the 4xe to this model, that will be the first plug-in hybrid truck, I think. That is true. Yes, and Jeep's talking a lot about how the Wrangler 4xe is one of the best-selling plug-in hybrids in the marketplace. Yeah. So it makes sense for them to do that. So. And I just had the 4xe in Chicago before coming to the show. And I mean, I think it's brilliant. Yeah. Interesting stuff. More stuff coming. There you go. Teaser, more stuff coming where I think it's going to happen. More to come. So for more, check out videos over here. Website down below as well. PickupTruckTalk.com. Lots more details over there. As always, thanks for watching. We will see you down the road.